Okay, turn on the volume
Okay, we
here.
are live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to tax season.
Season.
Yes, episode one. This is our very first episode, so we are so excited.
Yes.
So I'll introduce myself. We have 6 people already, so yeah.
We
Okay.
do?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if
Awesome. Okay.
the count go up. So it's 9
I see
people
it.
on
Oh, we
here.
got 9. Okay. It's coming on up. All right.
Amazing. So before we get started, just please comment like where you're viewing from. We got our team in here. Sharetta's in here. Okay. Can you see the
Yes.
comments? Okay. We got Sharetta. Are you trying to pull it up so you can see it?
Yeah, you know I was. I said I wasn't. I muted it. I just want to see.
Yes. So okay. We are so excited. Yes, first shows already. Yes.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Our team is coming deep, okay?
Yes. Hey, team.
We got Sharetta, we got Bree, we got Tavisha, Kimberly, our client. Okay, we love when the clients come through, okay? We got
Share.
on the team, okay? So take a minute, okay, from
Look,
Dallas.
I'm looking for my family.
Okay, from Huntsville, okay? All right, so take a minute and share this. If you got people that's asking questions, we about to talk about the filing statuses. We got to talk about this whole $500 a day for LLCs that, people try to scare us away. We're going to talk about it, okay? So, yeah, this is our first show. So excited. Louisiana here. Okay. Thank y'all so much. So before we get started, everything that you need to know about our company is in the link tree that is in our bio, okay? Okay, we got Birmingham. Miss Joe, one of my
Okay, we got
clients.
more coming in. Great.
Yes.
This is awesome.
I'm so happy that y'all are here. But I'm super happy that y'all are here. Okay, so you guys, I want to make sure we are letting our Instagram fam know. So I want to make sure we post this. So y'all want to take a screenshot and post it to your Instagram and say, we live right now and y'all need to get in here. I'm ready for my screenshot.
Yeah.
All right. So
All of Alabama in there. Hey, Courtney girl.
Hey, Jessica, one of my clients. Hey, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna introduce myself. My name is Courtney Matthews. I'm the owner of MCore Tax and Accounting.
I'm looking for some more Houston.
Yeah, we are a boutique accounting firm based in Atlanta, Georgia. And okay, Tennessee. We're based in Atlanta, Georgia, formerly Alabama. I moved the company to Atlanta, Georgia, but we have agents in Texas, in Alabama, in Louisiana, and we service all 50 states, even some international projects here and there. And we offer payroll, bookkeeping, tax prep, tax filing, tax compliance, all the things with taxes. Whether you're an individual or a business owner, we help stay compliant on the local, state, and federal level. So that's with payroll taxes, sales tax, use tax, all the taxes, okay? And we're going to make sure that you are compliant. So I'm going to let my co-host, Ms. Tonya, who is a team member, who is an amazing, brilliant mind, that I'm constantly asking questions to.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to ask Ms. Tonya to introduce herself.
Okay, I'm being told that my screen is blurry. So can y'all see me?
It's
let me see if I get someone to respond. Really?
Just a little bit, but we can still see you.
Just a little bit? Okay. All right. Well, sorry about that. I don't know how to fix it. Not right now. But anyway, my name is Sonia White. I am based out of Houston, Texas, or Humble, Texas, which is right outside of Houston, Texas. Um, I'm excited to be on my second year with MCOR Tax and Accounting. Yay. Woo! I have about 25 years of accounting experience, corporate accounting experience, about 10 years of small business accounting experience, and 7 years of tax experience. So, and I'm just excited to be here. My passion is helping small businesses stay, stay compliant
Is
and
it
working with small businesses. Yeah. So new entrepreneurs, all of that.
awesome?
Excited to
Okay,
be here.
I see another client in the comments, Mr. Taryn Reader Williams. You need to call me, okay? We gotta catch up on some things,
Okay.
sir.
Can y'all see me?
But it's good to see you in
Okay.
here. I can see you. Are you on Wi-Fi or are you on like your data, like your regular? Are you on Wi-Fi? Can you still hear me, Sonia?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm on Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Okay. I think it's
I
a
can
bit
hear
of a
you. I'm told I'm
delay.
choppy. Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
can.
choppy now.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a
Okay.
delay as well.
All right.
Um, but I'll continue.
All right.
I'll
Our little
put
freeze is
relay
over.
mode. I doubt that. I know it'll come back. It's probably the connection. So I want to take a minute to explain why we starting this show, what it's all about. Because I doubt that you've seen a show with Black women talking about taxes. Okay, but so I I always wanted to do some type of show, but I never wanted to do it by myself. And honestly, my team was in town for our second annual content weekend, and we just had, started having these conversations. And a friend of mine had said, like, this is a show, and I was like, okay, maybe it's time, because I've done podcasts in the past and didn't really last. It was just something that I've always been good at organizing stuff, so it's just something that I was able to do. But I thought that this would be a great time to, like, one, get the information out to the people, and two, involve my team and like build this up with my team and tap on what they know and things that they've seen, because I never want to portray that I know it all, because I don't. So that is how this show started. So it is going to be a live weekly show. We'll be streaming here to YouTube. Hopefully my vision is for this to eventually be a call-in show, so people can call in and get their questions answered or something like that. But for right now, I'm okay with how it's starting out. We can see in the comments if we're talking and y'all have questions, then just put it in the comments for now. But eventually, mark my words, I'm saying this on show one, day one, that this is going to be a call-in show. This is going to be a big hit, okay? Like, I don't want to put numbers on it, but I'm just being obedient. I know God don't bless it, okay? Period. All right. So we have this. Well, Sonia is gone. I don't know if she's gonna be. She'll pop back on, and I'm pretty sure it's the internet. But if at any time y'all let me know, or my team, if y'all still on, shoot me a text if y'all can't hear or see me any longer. Bear with us. This is our first show, okay? So just bear with us, okay? So we are entering into, as a company, our 9th tax season. As myself as a professional, this is my 15th tax season, and my son is gonna be 15 this year. So I've been doing taxes since he was a baby. or in the tax industry, because that first year I wasn't allowed to actually prepare taxes. But that's a story for another day. Okay, so I I am very passionate about Black wealth, taxes, knowledge, us getting the knowledge, and my beliefs are a little different from a lot of other financial people that you'll see. I don't believe in debt, like getting into debt to get ahead. A lot of things that I've done for my business, I've done on my own, like, but so those kind of things will probably bleed into the conversation, but I'm okay with everybody having a difference of opinion. Everybody not going to think the same way, whatever. But I am excited to have this type of show forum, y'all. Honestly, I can't say that I have seen a group of Black women talk about Black wealth and taxes. Specifically, these conversations are usually dominated by men. And that's whether it's Black men or white men, they are usually dominated by men, these conversations. So I know this is somewhat uncharted territory, but that is fine with me. I just feel like God gonna bless it, and I appreciate y'all rocking with me. So please share this out. If you got any business owners in your family, if you got people that's been wanting to even learn taxes as far as wanting to do them, we teach that too. Or just be a better tax paying citizen and know what's going on. There's so many people that don't really know how taxes work. Just the basics. Your withholding, the taxes from your check. Like, there's so many people that don't know just how it works. And so I'm glad that this show is going to be a source for that. So I got my Instagram on here, and I'm hoping that Sonia is going to be able to come back on. Okay, she's moving locations. All right, perfect. So we have a playlist this year. So if y'all don't know, we're still kind of in pre-tax season right now. The tax season actually doesn't start until the 29th. And so, well, that's when the IRS opens, right? So we will start officially processing tax returns on the 29th. So we're still kind of in pre-season right now. So we have this playlist that the team kind of pitched in on. And so if you want access to the playlist, it's in our bio. This is just volume 1. So we have more coming out throughout the year, throughout the tax season. And so we're going to have this little part where we pick our song that we've been jamming out to this week with this week's playlist. And mine has been ASAP Ferg, New Level. And I'm not even going to play with YouTube because I don't think I can play it and not get copyright because it's a brand new channel. I can't even believe they let me go live as our first video. I had people telling me I wasn't going to be able to do that. And did. Very first video, being able to go live. So I'm not going to mess it up and play the song. But the playlist is fire. So if you want to stay vibing with us all tax season, the next one comes out tomorrow. So yeah, download the list. I think Sonia's was like Biggie, what is it? More Money, More Problems or something like that. So when she come back on, I'll have her kind of tell y'all what hers is. I think she's here.
Am I back?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
That's better. That looks better too.
That's better? All right.
You are just in time because I was telling them to give you, I was telling them that you would give us your playlist pick of the week. Like what song you've been jamming to.
Okay. Well, mine was More Money, More Problems by Notorious B.I.G. Now, really, now the reasoning behind that was, of course, as you will find out in this world of paying taxes throughout your life, the more money you make, the more problems you're going to have. So it's not about people out there trying to take your money. It's you trying to learn how to keep your money, save your money, not pay it. Well, I don't want to say not pay it to the IRS, but maximize your deductions.
Right. More money,
So
more problems.
yeah, it's about learning and investments, all of that, building your wealth. You know,
So I didn't even say why I chose New Level by ASAP Ferg, y'all, because honestly, I feel like I'm on a whole new level this tax season. I don't know. It's something about year 9. It's like really like doing it for me. You would think it would be like year 10. Like, I don't know, because it's even number. I don't know. But year 9 is really doing it for me. And I think the biggest thing is because I feel like we all trying to redeem ourselves from last year. Like me and my team, we all just feel like we just didn't perform as well as we should have. And me as the owner, I'm getting it, like I'm beating myself up more than anybody, you know? So yeah, New Level by ASAP Ferg has been my song because
I
I
love
just really
it.
like to
That's my number 2.
Are you right? Okay, so that is our playlist pick. So again, the list is in our link tree. Apple Tunes and Spotify is coming. It's supposed to be up today, but I kind of forgot. So we'll have Spotify up tomorrow. Right. So if you're on my not YouTube, what is this? Instagram, y'all go to my firm's page, MCoreTax, and comment link and come live on the last post and get the link to this live. All right.
All right. They're saying our playlist is definitely a vibe.
Yay!
Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, and right now you have to sign up for like, and that's just so you can get like access like updates when we drop a new one or whatever. So you won't get spammed. It's fine. That list is just for the playlist, so it's fine.
Yeah, it's
All
great
right,
going
y'all.
driving to work music.
Right. I've been like listening to it while I've been working because the first playlist is it's called Get Money. So it's all about getting to the money and that, you know, kind of hustle culture, you know, ain't nothing wrong with it every now and then. All right, so now we're gonna get into our version of Mythbusters, which is called what is it?
What I had heard was
What I had heard was so it's our take on Mythbusters, really in the tax world, but you know it lead over into finance and wealth and you know all the other things. So today, what I had heard was, and I'm sure y'all have heard about the whole an LLC is going to cost you $500 a day in 2024, and you need to know this. And I just kind of been over all the scary type of talk regarding this topic and regarding this new thing that LLC owners are going to have to do. I've had so many of my clients text me, send me screenshots. What is this? Is this real? Are we going to have to do this? Do I owe them money? Like, what do I have to do? Whatever. I got wind of it like the middle of last year, and I was just like, oh, it's just another report. It's just another, requirement. It's no big deal. Well, as their information started coming out, I'm like, okay, this kind of is a big deal. $500 a day is a hefty fine. Okay.
More money, more problems.
More money, more problems. Okay. So especially if you don't know what to do to not get fined, and you don't know if you even qualify if you're in that pool. Well, if you have an LLC, a registered LLC in the United States, in any of these states, yeah, you are in that pool. And it doesn't matter if your LLC is active, making money, not making money. If you registered it with the state, you are in this pool. Okay. So if you got some old LLCs,
now is the time to close them or get it right, get active.
Go ahead and close them. Like she said, go ahead and close them or make them active, because they don't care that, oh, I didn't know. They really are giving you a year to really get it. Okay.
Get it together. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So
tell everybody.
You want to start or?
Yeah, tell everybody, tell your friends, tell your mama, tell your anybody that you knew that had a business, a side hustle, a LLC on the side. Spread the word throughout the year. We have 1 year to before the what is it? The short
reporting
reporting
window will change. So there's kind of like 3 different tiers right now. Let's back up. Let's tell you what it is and what we're talking about, the name of it and all that stuff. So it is what is it called? The Corporate Transparency Act. That's what it's called. Corporate Transparency Act.
That was passed in 21.
Yeah, so it's passed in 21. It goes into effect right now, January 2024. So this came about as an effort to track illegitimate businesses, basically money trafficking, money laundering, sex trafficking. Probably shouldn't say it on YouTube. Anyway, just to track
all of that. That is it. Yeah,
illegitimate businesses. And I honestly think it kind of came from the whole PPP, and they could tell what was real, what was fake. The government gave out a lot of money to illegitimate businesses, and had they had something like this in place, maybe they wouldn't have lost so much money. Or now they're still having to go back and find those people that got funds that don't have a real business, and they knocking them up. They finding them, they, all the things. And it probably wouldn't have been all of this if they had something like this in place already.
Right.
I think that's probably a whole nother rabbit hole, because the whole, they want everybody to have a business, in America. They want everybody to have a business. So they made it so easy for anybody to get one, to file an LLC. It's literally really easy to get just an LLC, no matter if you do anything with it or not. It's fairly easy to get one without any updating, without any, like I said, there are people that have gotten an LLC and never did anything with it. And up until now, it's been fine.
Right.
But now they're like, no, we need only the people who are legitimate business owners to have an LLC. And I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's not going to be some complicated form or anything like that to complete. And it's just, giving basic information on your business, who the owners are, the officers are, and that's it. But if you don't do it or you miss the deadlines, $500 a day is what you could possibly be paying as a penalty. So right now, any business formed prior to January 1st, 2024, you have exactly 1 year, or now less than a year, to log on to the website and give information on your business. So then after that, that's when these fines will start being imposed. But if your business is formed this year, you have 90 days if you form a business this year. So we will give you information on how to do it.
So there's kind of like 3 different timelines as far as when you started your business and what that reporting time is. So if you started your business before 2024, this whole year is your grace period. This whole year is your grace period to do the initial filing, right? To do the initial report. And so it's called a beneficial ownership report, or no, it's beneficial ownership information.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the report. The company, I've seen people say the company that's like passed the Transparency Act, or like holding the information is IRS, and it's not the IRS. It's FinCEN, which is the financial, what is it?
Financial Crimes Enforcement Network.
Enforcement Network.
Mm-hmm.
So FinCEN is like the security company for U.S. Treasury, the IRS, and everything. So it's not directly the IRS, but they kind of got something to do with it, but it's not really the IRS.
Right.
So this beneficial ownership information on the report is all, like she said, all of your crucial information about your business and about each owner, right? So that initial report, you filed your business prior to 2024, you got a whole year to do the initial report, right? And then after 2024 or in 2025 is when the reporting penalties come. But if you do what you're supposed to do in 2024 and you do the initial report, in 2025, all you got to worry about is updating it if anything changes.
Right.
Now, this is where it gets tricky, because what changes do I need to report? Literally everything.
Yeah. I think I'm hearing something about driver's licenses or something like that.
Yes.
Expiring, you'll have to log in and update that.
If your driver's license expires, if you move, if your company moves, if your company changes, get a new owner, a new partner, if you change filing statuses, if you change, not filing status, the entity type of your business, if you change from an LLC, a single member LLC, to a partnership, you change from a LLC to an S Corp or a C Corp, that needs to be reported. I think the most, I say petty. The most petty change to report is your license and your personal address. Like, it's so many things that you have to update. Now you got to add this to it. You get a new license or when you move. Like,
yeah. That's more money, more problems.
more money, more
More the business for yourself.
Maybe I need to name this episode "More Money, More Problems."
Add another LLC, another responsibility.
Yes, and this is, we didn't even say this is per LLC.
Right.
So if you got 2 or 3, you got to keep up with those changes for all of your LLCs, right? Mm-hmm. So again, back to the businesses that started before 2024, you got this year as a grace period to do the initial filing, right? And in 2025, every update, every change, you have 30 days to report it. All right, every update, every change, you got 30 days to report it. So that is all the business that started before 2024. Then we have the other like timeline or group of LLC owners who started their business inside of 2024. So you started your business inside of 2024. That's the 90 days. So you have 90 days to do your initial filing. I don't know why they just didn't make it a requirement. Maybe they didn't have time. I don't know. Make it a requirement like when you're filing. But 90 days from your formation date, from the date that you start your LLC, 90 days to do your initial report. That's in 2024, right? So if you start a business inside of 2024, you got 90 days. Everybody in 2025. So look at 2024 as a grace period for everybody. It's just if you started before, you got the whole year. If you started in 2024, you got 90 days. 2025, everybody is on the clock to report these changes in 30 days.
30 days.
And if you fail to report any of those changes, $500 a day, which is crazy.
A day. That's why I said, share it with your friends and your loved ones who have businesses out there inside all these Schedule C's and things on their tax return. Let them know. Not everybody pays attention to, the tax law and CNN.
Right. So we will share the links, some of our resource links, and also the link directly to fincen.gov. So it's fincen, fincen.gov/BOI. So that's where you will go to actually do the report. You have to create a FinCEN ID, and then you'll be able to do the filing electronically. So that's where you will go. I know I have previously said that my firm would do it for our clients, and some was like, don't do that. Don't do that. And tell everybody why you told me not to do that.
The reason why is because a lot of times and we love our clients, we love our family, but a lot of times when you make these changes to your business or you create your business, a lot of times we find out after the fact, maybe more than 30 days after the fact. So we don't want to be in the situation of where you let us know something a couple of days before and we're not available because we're like right now in our busy period and we're now responsible for this fine. We don't want that liability right now. But what we will do is we will show you, because you are the one that is ultimately responsible for this. It's a very easy form to fill out. There's no spreadsheets and things like that you need to complete this form. It's just information about you, and then how many of you, update your license late, things like that. So this is going to make all business owners be a little bit more responsible and diligent with getting these things done. So, and they really want the owners to be the ones to log on and complete these forms.
Yeah, so I have to tell my clients that we cannot take on that responsibility. It's too much of a liability for us to be responsible for, but we will walk you through it. We will show you, answer your questions, but we just can't say that we're responsible for the updating. All right, so that is all about this new Corporate Transparency Act. So if y'all have any questions, though, let us know. If you're watching the replay, you'll be able to go into the comments. I mean, not the comments, the description, and we'll have like the links directly to the fincen.gov website. All right, so the next thing we want to get in is really why we're here is we want to talk about filing statuses tonight. So I think I'm calling this segment the Tea on Taxes. I don't know. It's a working title.
I forgot to have my cup of tea.
Oh yeah, I
got our tea.
I gotta turn around.
You got yours. Now move locations.
Another tax company that I use. I gotta turn it around.
Right.
But so our Tea on Taxes tonight is about filing status, and man, it's so interesting the information that people have about filing status, and I'm like, where did you hear that? Like,
right.
Who told you that?
Right.
Yes, Miss Jo, you're good. So Miss Jo is one of my clients, and we just did some work on an existing LLC that she had. So you still need to do this report, and I'm a little late to the party. I'll admit I have not sent like a formal document or anything to my existing client, but it's on the way. So we still need to do that report, but we're close. We got to iron out some stuff with the IRS, but we're close, Miss Jo. I'm not going to let you fall through the cracks, okay? I got you back, okay? All right, so what was I saying?
The filing statuses.
Oh, yeah. So I get a lot of like, I thought I could do this, or I could file like this way, and they claiming this person, and I'm claiming this, and just so right now we're gonna walk you through filing statuses, what you can and can't do. We ain't gonna get too deep, but if y'all got questions, please let me know in the comments. So there are 5 main filing statuses. There is, you can file single, you can file head of household, you can file married filing jointly, married filing single, or qualifying widower. Those are the only 5 you can do, and no one person can be 2. Okay?
Right.
No one person can have 2 filing statuses. You got to pick. Okay. And I say that loosely because you don't really pick. You have to qualify as one or the other, and some of those requirements can get a little sticky because you may fall into 2 categories. You may, you may be an actual single filer, but you have a kid, which can make you head of household, right? So let's get into some of the things that we've heard, some of the things we want y'all to know, and some of the things that you just absolutely cannot do. Okay. So you want to start?
You know they waiting. And feel free, if we have time, if you want to type questions in the comments, you can. So the first is single. Single is single. It's you. Nobody else. Just you. If you have a cat, you have a dog, you're still single. Okay. That's it. No matter what your age is, single. All right. Single is just you. The next one is married filing joint. If you are married by the end of the year, you're married. If you get married on December 31st, you file as married. You're married. Okay. So married people have only 2 choices. There's only 2. Married filing joint and married filing separate. Okay. Let's just say you married filing separate. What are your reasons for filing separate from your spouse? A lot of people have.
This is good because people think that you have to be separated to file married filing separate, or I'll say this: in the eyes of the IRS, if you married, you file married. It ain't no you married and y'all still file separately. Nah. You can do that, but in the eyes of the IRS, if you marry, you file married.
All right. One of these 2 married ones.
Yes.
Some people will file married filing separate, because maybe what's supposed to be if you're actually separated, not officially divorced yet, that is what the initial filing was for. The filing status was for. But many, we see they'll choose this because maybe one spouse, they get married and find out their spouse hasn't filed taxes in 4, 5, 6, 7 years, or they have a business and it's more complicated and they don't want to wait for them, or, some think that because, one spouse may owe child support and I don't want my refund garnished because of what their tax debt is. So even though you can still file married filing joint and file as an injured spouse, so that way it won't affect yours, some will still choose just to, choose married filing separate. So if you're married, you have those 2 choices. Huh?
A lot of people don't know that that's an option to file at an injured spouse, where the liability that one spouse has doesn't carry over to the other spouse.
Right. And our tax softwares give us the capability to be able to run it both ways for you. So if you want to see what the outcome would be, we can run you as married filing joint and married filing separate so you can see, because believe it or not, filing separate, you're going to lose a lot of available credits that are out there. So
yeah, when I was learning taxes, My mentors, and it sticks me to this day. My mentor told me married filing separate is the worst way you can file. Because it's a lot of credits that you don't get access to anymore.
Right. The education credit, just to name a few, like the education credits, you're giving up that. The dependency, the daycare dependent care credits, you're giving that up, and that's a lot, especially when you pay for daycare. I remember the days. You're giving that up. Also, in the end, you're going to need, the other thing is both of you have to file the same way. So one of you can't file single and the other files married filing separate. Both of you have to file married filing separate. Okay. And you're going to still need their social security number and their name, their information on your tax return. So I've had where people do not want to give that. You ask for the other spouse information and they're like, well, what you need that for? Well, he ain't going to give me that. Well, tell them to call me. Call us. And we'll explain to them. We'll pull up that IRS code and say, right here, you see, it's not that they're going to try to file without you and file, joint or anything like that. It's just, you have to have that information. They want to know who that spouse is. And then the IRS is going to come over here and look and see how they're filing. So believe it or not, I know people that have tried to file head of household over here and married filing separate over there. You're risking being audited.
If you can even get it through, because on our software, you can't even do that. Like, we can't even, okay, perfect example. If somebody's separated and one spouse files first, so they file in February and they say they had a household, but the other spouse goes to file and they like, oh no, we're supposed to file together. We're supposed to be filing married filing separately. Well, now we got a mess because the first spouse gonna have to amend their tax return. So the client that has waited is gonna have to continue to wait because y'all supposed to file together. So now you can't even file because the other person already filed.
Yeah, you get that nice little letter in the mail, or you'll be wondering where your refund is that was supposed to be in 21 days. And then when you call, it'll be under review.
Under review.
Yeah. And so your other filing status is, unfortunately, this situation happens sometimes, qualifying widower. So that is in the event that you have a spouse that passes away. So the first year, you will still file married. Okay. You will still get all of those benefits filing married that the year that your spouse passed away. The next year, you will file as qualifying widower. Okay. So that still gives you, I don't think it's as high off the top of my head, as high as married filing joint, but it will be, I think it's around the same amount, the standard deduction of head of household is something similar to that. Okay. So you have single, married filing joint, married filing separate, head of household, and qualifying widower. That's it.
So that qualifying widower, like I said, that first year you can still do married filing jointly. The next 2 years you can do qualifying widower unless you get remarried. So if you get remarried, then it's your choice. You file with your new spouse.
Back to married.
Even if you got married the year your spouse died, you can't do married filing jointly that first year. You just kind of cancel it out if you get remarried that same year. But you have the option to do that. And so we kind of gave information on single, married filing separately, qualifying widower. Let's quickly do married filing jointly and head of household. So married filing jointly is married. Oh, you already said it. Married couples.
I forgot to go into head of household.
Head of household. That was the one.
That's it. I'm reading the comments. Sorry. We've got a question.
Head of household. I think that's probably the most confusing to people. Head of household, you have to have a qualifying child, qualifying dependent whom you provide more than half the support for half support, half housing, and unmarried. So this is an unmarried. You could be actually, like I said, you could actually be a single person, but because you have a qualifying child or dependents on your return, you qualify as head of household. Head of household is, I guess, a step above single because the deduction is a little more. You get having that kid on there is gonna qualify you for earned income credit. Now you can get earned income credit single. It's just the threshold is a lot lower. I mean, you don't get a whole lot. Okay. Head of household is a good spot to be in. I can't hold you. You get because having a kid on your return, it gives you some benefits. Okay, you get earned income credit, you get the child tax credit. If you got a kid in like child daycare or something, you get that. And that earned income credit. Yeah, that earned income credit. We'll talk about that on another one. That's a really good credit because it's refundable. It gives you a refund. Yeah. A lot of credits, well, not a lot, but with credits, you have some that give you a refund and then some that just decrease what you owe. Right. And the child tax credit and the earned income credit are both refundable. So they're going to add to your refund. So I hate to say it like this, but the more kids you have, but y'all know this, the more kids you have, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, fun kind of start to stack up. So I want to pause real quick because someone asked, that's one of my
you got a question in the chat.
What if you're married and each spouse owns an LLC? That's a good question because it's actually really common. So you still have the choice, married filing separately or married filing jointly. I'm going to always suggest or look at married filing jointly first because I just know that it's more benefits to file together than it is to file separate. But the first thing with any LLC is going to depend on how it's formed. Is it a single member LLC? Is it a multi-member LLC? Because that's going to determine how we do your taxes, first of all. If it is a single member LLC and there's no other tax election, like you elected to be taxed as an S corp, then that it goes on your personal return. So if you are a single member LLC with no special tax election, it goes on your personal return. I think I could have done this as a
that's gonna be a whole separate show. Schedule C.
That's gonna be a whole show. We're gonna talk about LLCs and all the things with an LLC and the different types and the different, right. But we start there. How did you form your LLC with the state? Because that determines how we do your taxes, right? So generally, that single member LLC with no other tax deduction goes on your personal tax return. And each one that's like that goes on your personal tax return, right? So I'll stay with me now. I'm gonna tell you how it works. And I know this ain't part, but I just gotta tell you.
Go ahead, break it down for me.
And I know I'm gonna say this more than once on the other show, so it's fine. So we add an LLC to your tax return. It's gonna add self-employment tax. Okay, and that's something that we know when we get into business. There is no withholding coming out of you get paid. There is no federal tax withholding. There is no state withholding. So when we get it on your taxes, that's where it comes, right?
Right.
So self-employment tax is 15.3%, right? So that makes up all of the payroll taxes that you would have paid if you were an employee. So that when you are an LLC owner, you are the employer and the employee. So that's taxes making up for both sides, right? So that is going to be added on. When we add, we add your business profit and loss on what's called a Schedule C. So that is a schedule that is added on to the individual tax return, which is a Form 1040. So when we add this Schedule C on there, we are adding all of your business information, your income, and your expenses, which makes a profit or loss, right?
Right.
Whatever is at the end of this form as a profit or a loss, tentative profit or loss, that is what is taxed. So this amount is being taxed self-employment tax and income tax. Right? So the more LLCs you have that actually have a profit, the more it's being added into your overall income, which is called adjusted gross income.
Right.
Your adjusted gross income is the amount that is being taxed, right? That is the amount that any credits, any other deductions that you have, we're taking it from this overall amount, right? Okay. So, say for instance, you got a couple that's married, filing jointly. They both had W-2 jobs, and they both had LLC. Well, those W-2 jobs got withholding, right?
Right.
So this withholding that you have from your W-2 job, that's where your refund. I don't know if y'all know this, but that's where your refund pretty much comes from. You're really getting back the money that it was being withheld throughout the year. So if you withheld enough to cover the amount of taxes that you owe, anything more than that is a refund. Anything less than that, you owe it. You still owe it. That means you didn't take out enough taxes on your check. So that's your check, right? So whatever income you have from your check, and then whatever income you have from your businesses, all go to this adjusted gross income amount. Then we start to take the deductions. Then we take the credits, then the refundable credits, and that's how you get either a refund or the amount that you owe. So we would do, to answer your question, a married couple that each has an LLC will do it the exact same way. We're just adding 2 different Schedule C's onto that return. But the income and how it works, all going into one place. Right. And so we'll get into like filing LLC income and what we looking for when you come to us. We'll get to that because a lot of people wait till January, February, even March to start collecting information from the previous year. And we don't want you to do that, but we'll get into that. So let's jump back to the filing statuses so we can wrap up. Dang, it's been 52 minutes already.
I know. And I missed about 10 minutes with my technical issues.
It wasn't 10 minutes. It wasn't bad. Okay. So
the first time, it's fine.
All right. Give us grace the first time. So those are the basics of the filing statuses. I want to get back to what we wanted. What did we want to cover?
And we just wanted to address that because that seems to be sometimes the main thing people come and ask. You know, I know there's a lot of you that understand it, but then trust me, there's a lot of people that don't. And they come and they say, well, I thought I could do this, or I've been doing this for 5 or 6 years. And then all of a sudden you come to us and we're going to put you on the right track. So just know that's why we wanted to cover that, because we are at the big beginning of tax season. So, and that's one of the basics.
I think another thing that we probably don't have time to go into, but the splitting benefits for co-parents, like custodial parent versus non-custodial parent, who files head of household, who files single, who can get the earned income credit or the child tax credit, or do we switch years on and off? I think the main thing it's going to come to is what's in your child support agreement or your divorce agreement as to how you split the taxes. And I've seen a lot of agreements where there's just child support to where one parent will claim the kid on the even years and the other parent will claim the kid on the odd years. That can be an agreement, like no splitting benefits, just I claim, you claim. But there are other times where the parents have an agreement to where I will claim the kid on my return for purposes of the child tax credit and the daycare that I paid. And then the other spouse or the other parent can claim the kid for earned income credit and having the kid on there as a dependent. Those things are possible, but we need paperwork. And there's a form 8223, 8823. There's a form that we have to have on file to say that this is the agreement. And then we get into this whole tiebreaker rule, because if two parents can't decide, we look at who has the higher income. So that could be a thing if we're having to decide who claims who does what. It's called a tiebreaker rule. But if you have this form in play, we just go by what's on the form. If you have a divorce decree or child support, we just go by that. But there are ways for us to decide, if y'all can't, who is, in the eyes of the IRS, who should be claiming the kid. So those are some things that we will dive into on our, coming episodes. So be sure that you join us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central, 8 o'clock Eastern time.
Yes.
We want to leave y'all with a few things to prepare for tax season. Like I said, the IRS officially opens on the 29th. We are in hub testing right now. We are in pre-season. We are collecting, and we are having appointments and stuff. So you can book a free call with myself. Well, I'm not free. You can book a call with myself or my team. My call ain't free, y'all.
Well, we can do a quick tax chat.
A quick tax chat. So if you click on the link in our bio, it's going to take you to our little info page. But if you click on chat with the team or something like that, she said last year was my first time doing business with MCOR and love the service. Brittany was awesome. Thank you, Miss Kimberly. Thank you so much. We loved having you last year. I think you were like our first ones, girl, of last year. Okay. So, click that link, book a free chat. It's 15 minutes. But when you click on the link and you schedule your call with the tax crew, you'll get, I think right now you go straight to the portal link. But it'll be updated to where you get all of our information, like how it works, what we need, all those things. So if you're watching a replay, it's updated when you go right now. It's going to take you straight to the portal, but that's fine, because if y'all have any questions, we are always here. You can DM us on Instagram or on Facebook. You can email care@importtax.com. We are available, okay? All right, so Sonya's going to leave us with some things that you need to be doing right now in the next 2 weeks to get ready for tax season.
Okay, so your assignment for this month, what you should be doing to prepare to file your annual tax return. All right, so what everyone should be doing right now, everybody, whether you have a business or not, whatever, is watching the mail and watching your email. As those documents come in, we need you to start gathering those documents. For those of you, I know there are some people that do not open their mail very often. They open it, once a week, or it's around their birthday time or whatever. But you should be checking the mail for those forms, okay? We don't want to run into situations where it's time to file and then you can't find this document because, you didn't check the mail or it got thrown away or whatever. So think about the habits. We are creatures of habit, and we usually do the same thing every year. So, you have a job, you're watching for that W-2. Usually, I think now they're downloaded online. They're uploaded online. So you download them. If you know that you have that LLC, those businesses, you're looking for those 1099s so that you can make sure you report the correct income. And if you work for multiple companies, you're going to be getting multiple 1099s. You're going to need them all. Okay. If you're a gambler, We're going to be looking for that W-2G. Just think about your habits, things that you do. I should be getting a form on that. Let me get those forms. And the biggest one so far is the 1095As. We cannot file a tax return if you got if you received marketplace insurance and you paid for that throughout the year. Your tax return, when we go to e-file it, the next day or 2 days later, we will get a rejection. Okay, and the IRS will not accept it without that 1095A form. Those forms are in the mail right now. So we have to have that form because it shows what you paid every month for your medical insurance. Okay, so that's one of the biggest ones. And then you can go online and download it. You can go to healthcare.gov and download it. So if you have marketplace insurance, start searching for that form. All of your 1099s, like I said, mortgage interest.
Wait, let's go back to that 1095A real quick. So that 1095A, like she said, if you purchase insurance privately, you'll get that 1095A. And like I said, it's already available. Most companies, you can go and download it. So the thing with that and why we can't process a return without it is when you sign up for healthcare, they ask you all these questions about income and stuff like that, but there's something called a premium tax credit. This premium tax credit is designed to help you with healthcare costs. It's like a preloaded credit. So they give it to you throughout the year to help you with costs throughout the year.
Right.
So the information on that 1095A is connected to this credit. And so we have to be able to see whether you used all the credit or not, because that can help. It didn't really hurt you, but well, it can hurt you if you said you was gonna make this amount of money, but you made more, and what you qualify for the credit was supposed to be less, then they'll add it back. So this premium tax credit, and I'm sure, like, if I don't know, I have to go purchase my health insurance. If you get it from your job, you don't have to worry about this. But if you purchase your own health insurance, you know what I'm talking about, because they ask you and they tell you how much credit you have, and you go and pick a plan based on how much of the credit you have. So then at the end of the year, if you did not use it, or your income changed, or you didn't have the filing status that you said you were going to have, or you didn't claim the kids you said you were going to claim, then the amount of that credit changes, and you have to either pay it back, or you can get it's not a refundable credit, but it takes your tax liability down if you didn't what am I trying to say? It can take your tax liability down. It just don't give you a refund. Like she said, it will reject a few days later if we don't have it, because it's connected to that credit.
Right. And they know whether or not you had it. So that's why if we try to file without it, we will get a rejection, and you will have to go search for it and download it. So that's why I say watch the mail, because so many people misplaced it or didn't know what the form was. Also, if you'll be getting those 1098Ts from either your, education institution or your children, if you have adult children like me. And, look for those forms. You'll need that to get those learning credits out there, the lifetime learning credits and the American Opportunity credits. So we need that form. Also, those of you that get Social Security, we need those forms. So even if you I've seen people get a shoebox and they label it tax. And as those things come in, they don't even open them, the envelopes. They just throw them in the shoebox. Oh, investments. That's another big one. Those of you that are out there, investing in Robinhood and all these little online things, or you start an account and there's apps and you're investing money and moving money around. So many people are into that, now. So, they're going to be sending you a tax document also. So, and a lot of times I think theirs are going to be online. You'll be downloading them.
Yeah. Some of them stopped sending them if you didn't have a lot of transactions or a certain amount of transactions or something like that. They stopped sending them in the mail.
Right. Right. So just look for those documents, start downloading them. We have a portal. Some people will upload those documents just so they can, hey, let me just do it one at a time. Let me get them as they come in. So all of those documents, your daycare, if you have children in daycare, if they don't give you that form by the 31st, go to that daycare February 1st, February 2nd and say, hey, I need my document. Your church, your contributions, usually they have those for you on Sunday. So start looking and gathering those documents. The time to search for them is not when, oh, it's time for me to file my taxes. You contact us. We're ready to go. We're ready to file, get everything entered in. And then you're like, oh, well, let me go find that. Let me go look for this. So now we're waiting. So help us out. Help us help you. Go ahead and start gathering those documents and put them together. If it's an old bag, a garbage bag, box, whatever it is, briefcase, throw them in there. Gather it for us. So that's your homework for the week or for the month.
Yes, get ready. And if you want access to that portal, again, if you go to the link in our bio, the very last link says ready to get started, and that takes you directly to our portal. You don't have to schedule a call with us. We're just available if you have questions, but you can just get started with the link and start uploading your documents. Now, it does not ding to a specific person. So if you want to work with a specific team member, then yes, reach out to them. But we all qualified. So, if you're ready to go, we're ready to go too. So you can go to that last link. Well, click on the link tree, and the very last link will take you straight to our portal. And you can start there to ask you questions, name, address, all those things. There's also a place where you actually upload documents. So you can literally just take a picture and upload it that way. All right. So you guys, that is it. Make sure you guys follow us on social media. The business page is MCoreTax at MCoreTax, MCORETAX. And you can follow me at Tax Coach Courtney, the Tax Coach COURTNEY. And Sonia?
At Courageous Accounting on Instagram. Okay. You can follow me there.
And once you follow our the business page, you'll see all of the team on there and all of their links. We are not hard to find, okay? So before we go, let me shout out the rest of the team. We got Miss Brittany Johnson in Alabama. Yay. We got Tamisha Cole in Alabama. We got Demetria Horton in Alabama. We got Sharetta Hill in Texas. Sonia's in Texas. I don't think we said that. Sonia's in Texas. She did say that. She did say that.
Yeah.
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm back and forth between Atlanta and Birmingham, Alabama. And then we got Miss Crystal in Louisiana.
In Lafayette.
Yes, so I'm super excited about this tax season. Tell a friend that MCore got your back. And we're not gonna leave you after tax season. We're still here. If you get a letter from the state, a letter from the IRS, if you start a business, close a business, you got questions about a business, anything like that, we are still here throughout the year, okay? So you don't have to worry about, ducking and dodging or anything like that. We're here, okay? All right, guys, that is it for episode 1 in the books.
Yay!
Oh, everybody, if you are still here, thank you so much, okay?
Thank you.
On social media, take a screenshot right now and post it to your social media and tell your followers how amazing this show is. And
our pilot episode.
Yes. So we're going to pose for y'all screenshot, okay? Y'all got it. Okay. Okay, yeah. Another client. Lisa. So make sure you post it on your Facebook and your Instagram and tag MCore Tax and let them know to join our show, okay? Because you don't really see a lot of Black women talking about taxes and wealth, okay? All right, y'all.
We're going to get back to our playlist.
I forgot to say, yes, that was the playlist. This is the most important thing. I didn't say this at the beginning. Oh, well, you should have stayed. I forgot to say, I don't even think I told my team this, but if y'all was reading, I put it in I think I put it in an email or a text. I don't know.
What?
So if you are still here and you watch this show, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I was going to do like a discount.
Oh.
Like $25 off tax filing.
Okay.
I don't know how to do it though. Maybe I didn't think this through. We're going to say comment.
I'm trying to think of something.
This time do it. If you want $25, maybe I should make it 50.
I don't know. Team, what do you say? They're in the chat.
Say 25. Okay, we'll say $25 to $50 off your tax filing this tax season. Go to our Instagram. You have to be following our Instagram at MCore Tax.
Okay, I like that. I like that.
Put it in the chat at MCore Tax, and you have to comment on any post. What should we comment? Pilot.
What'd you say?
What should the comment be?
Oh,
Should it be pilot?
I like that.
I like pilot because I don't know. Our theme this year is we're on cloud 9.
I like cloud 9 too.
It's supposed to be an airline theme, but that didn't really work out. She said come in tax season.
Okay.
Okay, come in tax season. Okay, go to our Instagram on any post and comment tax season.
Notice that special spelling.
Yeah, you gotta spell season like we spell it.
Right. SZN.
SZN. You can put it all together if you want to, or you can separate it. I ain't gonna be that picky. Even if you on the replay or whatever, and you made it to the end, this is our gift to y'all for watching us and watching us to the end. Right now, we're just gonna say $25 to $50 off your tax filing fees, your tax prep fees. Again, go to our Instagram at MCore Tax. I put it in the comments. Comment on any post, tax season, which is the name of our show, tax season. And you will get,
Are they doing it? I was trying not to look. I was trying to wait.
And I'm going to send you a DM with the info. Okay? I'm going to send you a DM with the info. All right, you guys. Thank you
so much. Thank you so much.
We'll see y'all next week.
See you next week. Bye-bye.